Okay, let's get started. First, open the level as follows. Content, Learning Kit Games, Maps, MP2. This is my level design project. And here we go. The first is the health bar, which is at the top of the screen and capped with 100 health points. The next is the health packs, which adds 30 health points each time. And the player needs to collect 7 purple balls, which is this, to win the game. The score will increment by 1 each time when the player overlaps with the purple ball. The next is the 3 types of enemies. The enemies are scattered mostly near the purple balls to protect them. The first is the pursuer enemy. There are 2 such enemies on the level. They follow a patrol path randomly around the starting point. Let me get the enemy's attention. Oh. Once they find the player, it will attack the player and it will chase it, as you can see. And once the player goes away out of the enemy's sight, it will return to its original patrol path. The player will lose 5 health points each time if it happens to hit the player. It happens to hit the pursuer enemy. The player can jump to touch their head to destroy the pursuer enemy. Let me demonstrate this. Let me find the health pack first. Who's the enemy? Okay, it has been destroyed, and the next is water enemies, which are the glowing yellow. This one, it's a glow. It is water enemies. Once the mortal enemies find the player coming near, it will constantly launch glowing. Okay. Once the mortal enemy finds the player coming near, it will randomly launch projectiles around itself at a close to middle range affected by gravity. The challenging part is okay. The challenging part is that when the projectile hits the ground, there will be a small cycle that will knock back and damage the player by 10 health points. Yeah, something like this. And the player can destroy the mortal enemy by collide with the head, which is a glowing pink object. Right here, and it will be destroyed. The most interesting part of my level design is the tree type enemies, which is this. And they are scattered around the real trees, which is not easy for the player to detect. This is the real tree, and this is the tree type enemies. Once the tree type enemy finds the player coming near, they will constantly launch glowing green sword-like projectiles at a middle to long range directly towards the player and damage the player by 5 health points each time. And the challenging part is the tree type enemies have an eye to track the player's location, which is more accurate than other players. Which is more accurate than other enemies. And the player can destroy the tree type enemies by collide with its eye, which is a glowing white object, since the tree is too high for the player to jump on top of it. I mean, let me destroy the tree type enemy. Collide with its eye. It is destroyed. And the last one is showing the level design. It will restart after reaching 0 health points. Yeah, game over and retry. And restart if the player fall off the map. And restart will reset the level such that the player is at the beginning with 4 health and 0 score, and all enemies, health packs and collectibles are at their original location. Next is run through the complete level. Oops. Sometimes the purple needs to sometimes the purple ball needs to be collected by stepped on a windowsill. Otherwise it is too high for the player to jump on, and I have collect 4 purple balls. 5, and the left part of the map is very dangerous because there are so many enemies. And 6, 7. Okay, game complete. And it will restart as original. Thanks for watching.